Hi everybody! I thought I'd do a little video to show you how I made my latest Jane's Doodles card. I knew a lot of people would be curious how I did that watercolor background. First thing I'm going to do is take a 4x4 piece of Nina Solar White cardstock and I rubbed it down with my embossing buddy. I'm taking this diamond strip pattern from the Geometric Pattern Set by Jane's Doodles, and I'm going to ink up that with the Versamark ink and stamp the whole front of the card with that Versamark ink. It's a little hard to line up perfectly because you can't see real well with the Versamark ink, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to clear emboss this, and it's not going to show all the imperfections. So now I'm going to pour my clear embossing powder over that Versamark ink and shake off the excess. Now I'm heat embossing the clear embossing powder, and now is the fun part. I'm going to take some watercolors. I bought these at Michael's. They're really cheap and I love the colors. First I'm going to get my brush really wet and go over with a light wash. I didn't plan this out. There's no rhyme or reason or right or wrong. It's just whatever looks good to you. So some parts I wanted to be darker, some parts I wanted to be lighter. I just wanted a loose watercolor background. Now I'm going to go in with some blue and do the same thing. I don't have any rhyme or reason to how I did this. I went over with some water to kind of blend it together. I had to do a voiceover for this video because my daughter's standing next to me the whole time I'm doing this card, begging me to take them to the swimming pool. And it hasn't been warm enough, but they're asking me every day. We've only had a few days of summer vacation and they're already driving me insane. I don't know what to do with them. Sometimes I just try to find a closet to hide in. So now I'm going in with a dryer brush and getting a little bit darker spots. I just think that looks better. I don't know why. Then I take a paper towel and wipe off the parts that resist with that clear embossing. Now I'm stamping 2 strawberries from the Life is Good set by Jane's Doodles with some Memento ink because I'm going to be coloring them in with some Copic markers. These are the reds that I used. Generally when I'm coloring, and by no means am I a certified Copic color marker instructor, this is just my redneck technique. I usually go in with the dark first. I think technically you are supposed to color the whole thing in with your lightest color. You're supposed to get everything wet. The whole idea with Copic coloring is to blend. They blend so well, but I'm lazy. So I start with my dark and then I go right in with the mid-tone. You want to kind of work fast because they blend the best when they are wet. So you go in and you just kind of run over the darker area and blend in with your light. You work your dark to your lights. Now I'm going in with the lightest and doing the center. And that's how I color my strawberry. Okay, so now I'm going to color the leaves in with the 3 shades of green and doing the same just like I did with the strawberry. I'm starting in the center with the darkest color and working my way out. I don't really know. Sometimes I wonder where the light source is supposed to be coming from. I just kind of go with what feels right with me. So I just imagine that leaves would be darkest in the center and lightest on the outside. I'm not sure if that's technically correct, but I just kind of went with what my gut feeling on that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the strawberries out. Some fussy cutting. And now I took I took that sentiment Life is Good and I cut off the good and put the sweet instead. I thought that was more fitting for the strawberries. I cut a banner die with the paper tray ink banner die, and I'm stamping the sentiment there with VersaFine ink. So now I'm going to take my Martha Stewart scoreboard and I'm going to score that banner, 2 scores on each side. I'm just totally eyeballing this. I have no measurements This is how I work, kind of like how I cook. You just throw things together. I don't measure, I just eyeball it. I'm going to fold this banner, you know, like one of those folded banners. It's really easy to do. You probably wouldn't even have to score it, but. So now I'm going to adhere everything together. I used some really thick score tape because my paper from the embossing and from the watercoloring was really warpy, and I just, even though I left my edges kind of up, I still wanted it to be secured down in the middle. And then I used 2 different thicknesses of foam tape, a thinner one on one strawberry and then a thicker one on another strawberry because I wanted them to kind of overlap each other. And I'm adhering the strawberries first. So that's how I adhere my strawberries, like that. And then I'm going to take the thicker foam tape and adhere the sentiment strip and nestle it in right in with the strawberries. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.